All right, what's going on, people? This is the Corner Store Podcast, episode 50. Fellas, this is episode 50. How y'all doing, man?
What's good? What's good?
How you feeling, baby?
Shit, I'm good, man. Shit, we came back from a 1 week hiatus last weekend. I went to Lake Geneva, and I was ready to do the show. I mean, I knew it was Halloween. I figured that y'all would have been done trick or treating by the time we started the show. Like, oh man, I'm busy. I can't do it right now. I'm like, damn, y'all, man, y'all still out at 8 o'clock. Where like all these niggas shooting on Halloween night, y'all still out
God damn, man, you ain't gonna do Chicago like that. But it
But
was
true.
acting fools. Remember, they was acting fools, y'all, out here in Chicago. Yeah, they been clowning, but they clowned on Halloween night because it was a nice night. It was a nice day. That whole afternoon was nice. But what's up with it, fellas? How y'all feeling? Shit.
Man, I can't call it, man.
How you doing, Phil?
The mic still off.
Yeah, Mike still off.
hmm
Okay.
Go ahead, Mister. What we talking about today, man? Give me something.
I know y'all heard about the whole Henry Ruggs situation, man. It's unfortunate. I mean, being that like literally one bad decision, he's pretty much going to be out millions and possibly his freedom. And he also caused a young lady to lose her life, but also her dog. So, like, if y'all just riding down the freeway, right? Y'all already going 70, 80 miles per hour, and some car just literally just swoop past y'all going over 100. Like, what would y'all think about that guy or
And,
Well,
gal?
but see,
well,
that's the thing.
unfortunate.
At our
Uh,
age
uh,
now, we gonna look at it like, who was this young fool?
yeah,
Right, right,
yeah.
But you
exactly.
gotta remember, when we was that age, we was that young fool driving that fast.
No, I never cracked 100 ever in my life. Have you?
Dude, you drive that fucking
Ever?
fast when we go to Canada.
No, we didn't drive that fast, but
No,
but
yes, I'm just saying, nigga, you drive fast anyway.
it's
But
one thing
I
though.
know at that age, I was doing stupid shit too, though, man.
Also, in Derrick Rose rookie year, he got caught speeding on the 88. I think he was going over 100. So yeah,
Yeah.
I totally get it, but at the same time though, it's one thing to go over 100, but he went in excess of 156 miles per hour while
Dude,
being
he out in Vegas, man. He living a Vegas life. You, look. I'm so hurt about the situation on his side, and especially on the person that he killed. But you
Mhm.
act like, dude, you be talking like from the perspective of your age right now. Like I said, nigga, I know I've been out. A couple of us on here have been out driving 135, 140 on the freeway, drunk and fucked up.
No, even my 22-year-old self driving on the freeway, if someone was to drive past me going over 150 miles per hour, I would still call the dude an idiot, and he go kill someone.
Yeah. But that's the thing. How many people
And
that
defend
happen
that.
to every day? Somebody doing
Just
it right now on Lakeshore Drive, probably. And
going
like you
over
said,
150
they're
Now,
miles per hour.
idiots.
now
Yeah, that's
listen.
what I'm saying.
The
Yeah,
fact of the matter,
I
the
mean, I'm
fact,
just saying, you got idiots all the time. That's all.
that's what it is. And like Eric said, we was all young at one point in time doing the same shit. Um, I just think that no matter, it's gonna be idiots. It's gonna be idiots like that. That's gonna drive fast. It's gonna be idiots around red lights just for the hell of it, you know. And
Right.
unfortunately, there's nothing you really can do about it, you know. So don't. I guess the moral of the story is that if you're gonna do that, be careful. Don't be driving under the influence. For one,
Right. The
you know.
NFL got like limo drivers and stuff that they just hired for the night. And I
Yeah.
mean, and that's what the older player would do. Keyshawn Johnson said earlier this week, like, man, if I know I'm finna get drunk, I call the NFL, give me a limo, take me back to my team. But guess what? Like I was telling
hmm
Mister, that's at that age. That at
hmm
this age, we saying that. You know, when you drunk, you like, man, I can make it. That young man thought he was on top of the world when he had that accident. My team in first place. I'm catching touchdowns. I'm getting tick. I'm making money,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hey, y'all
and
hear
I'm
me?
drunk as hell.
I get you, Phil, but
Yeah,
E,
you kind of
all that
low.
don't mean a thing. All that don't mean nothing. That
It
don't
don't
mean a
mean
damn.
nothing now. It meant something before he had that accident. I guarantee you, it meant something before he had that accident. It don't mean shit now.
I'm saying like seemed like you was like kind of like giving him an out as far as like the
No,
reason
I'm just telling you how he felt.
right, but no one's invincible. So like for him, he's a
I,
multimillionaire. So like a DUI will cost him millions, but a DUI to us is going to cost us at least $10,000 plus time off work, possible jail time. So it's
yeah,
different. So in his case, I mean, when you make that type of money, I mean, you got to be extra careful, man. Especially if you're drunk, you're leaving Top Golf. If you're gonna be on the road, you better be driving like an Eagle Scout. Do not be driving down the road over 150 miles per hour. Someone's gonna die, and apparently someone did.
People make mistakes, Rob, and I'm pretty
and they
sure if he
gotta
could do it
live with
over
it for the rest
again,
of their
he
life. You right now.
yeah, he gonna regret this for the rest of his life. I mean, we can say what people shouldn't do, but people make mistakes. No, there's no one's perfect out here, and unfortunately, somebody lost their life because he was reckless at that
He was
moment.
reckless.
He had a moment in his life when he was reckless, and it's gonna probably cost him his life at the end of the day. So I mean, people know the rules. At the end of the day, people are gonna do what they want to do regardless, you know. And if you're under the influence, that just add another level of recklessness to begin with. And it wasn't
Or
his night.
like Mister say, stupidness or whatever you want to
Yeah.
say. But Mister, the boy ain't 22, 23 years old himself. Ain't probably never had shit coming
Okay,
up. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying?
okay.
So he, like I say, sometimes you feel that I'm on top of the world. He might have had that night. I don't know if that's his lifestyle or what it was, but like you said, 149 is dangerous than a month. 152 really is dangerous
He
as
was
fuck.
doing
It is.
150 miles an hour.
Yeah, 100. Dude, I didn't even. I was like, what the fuck was he driving, a spaceship? But when he hit the girl, it was like 142, 149. But when he made impact, and like I say, man, his alcohol level was twice that of the Vegas laws. He was fucked up. But like I said before that, you can probably imagine he was top of the world, got a chick, money. You know, they didn't have. He ain't have none of that shit. And it's never like Nelly said. I mean, one mistake can cost you your life, and it's gonna probably cost him his. You know, he the type of person now you gotta stay in shape. I mean, don't forget Dante Star Wars killed somebody in Miami,
Yeah, but that was a
and he
different
still got on the
situation.
team.
That was a
How was it
different
different? He was
situation.
drunk. Wasn't he drunk too?
Well, the loophole in that situation was that the person that he killed was jaywalking. So that's how his lawyers kind of like got the charges kind of like lessened.
But he ran over a nigga. It was a mistake, right? He killed
Yes, sir.
somebody. You always try to find a loophole out of a loophole, though. It's the
I'm
same
not
situation.
just explaining the facts of the story.
But
Wow.
I'm telling you, it's the same situation. You talking about it ain't the same. He was drunk as hell. Luckily, he had a lawyer to get him out the little loophole or whatever it was. But he was drunk as hell. He hit somebody and killed him. Period. Same thing with this guy. I mean, he got back in the league and had an okay career after that happened. But like I say, he needs this. Like you say, hopefully it's one of those big ass mistakes that he learned from. He still keep his head on straight. He still stay in shape. And then maybe in 5 years or something, you know, depending on what kind of time they get him, maybe he can redeem himself and get back in the league.
No, I think he's done. No team will
But
ever touch him. I
all
won't
right,
touch
man.
him.
Y'all,
I don't want him to play for
y'all,
the Bears.
please, y'all go ahead and talk. Because I know the one thing the NFL love is talent. If you got speed, which he do, and you got talent, which he do, they'll find you.
Yeah, but if he serves some time though, he's going to be literally like 3 4 years away from the game. So it's going
That's
to be
what
a
I
different game. I
said.
think.
It probably will, but if he in shape,
He's
he
still
still kept
young
his
though.
head on straight. You're right. He young as fuck.
I'm saying, but
Why?
if you're in
It's like
jail,
you just. I feel like you really condemning this young guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like what
he
you
did.
really what's
He didn't make a mistake. He made a conscious decision to get in his car to go 150 miles per hour on a regular
That's
city
not
street.
a. It can't, how can it be a
When
conscious
did this happen?
decision if he fucked up
When did this happen?
When did this happen?
in
It was like a
Vegas?
few days ago.
Yeah, in Vegas.
In Vegas? Was I there?
No, I was just gonna say you just left the nigga.
Yeah, you just left Vegas.
He was probably partying with the little nigga. He was on top of the world. But you talking to me, he made a conscious decision. If you drunk as hell 2 times over the legal limit, nigga, that's not a conscious decision. So why would you say that?
So do you know if he
That's
was
not a
blacked out or
conscious
not?
decision.
Was he blacked out? Was he blacked out?
I don't know, nigga. If he was 2 times over the limit and he was driving 152, I don't know what the fuck he was.
So he hit another car or he hit a person?
He hit a car.
Oh, okay.
A lady and her dog.
So it was
the dog
a car
passed
accident.
away too. Yeah, the
So it was
dog
a car
passed away
accident.
too.
After
Yeah,
he
car.
hit her, right, Phil? After he hit her, like the car literally burst out in flames.
Oh,
But
it was a car accident though, right?
Yeah.
And she was stuck in the car. She was probably knocked out, and that car was just going up in flames while her and her golden retriever was up in the car. They
so
literally
sad.
burnt alive.
Her
That's
dog.
sad. But it was a car accident though, right?
That's it. He was drunk. He had a car accident, man. And
He was going so fast. He literally just rammed her from behind.
Oh, okay. It's unfortunate, but he probably ain't even gonna go to jail.
Oh, he's going to jail. As far as in this climate today, he's definitely going to jail.
Brandy didn't go to jail.
Who?
Brandy.
Well,
Brandy did.
But Brandy, she probably wasn't drunk. Now that was probably a legitimate accident.
You can't give somebody a murder charge because they was drunk. You get a murder charge if they kill somebody on purpose. It was an accident.
It was an accident.
He gonna get charged for driving under the influence, lose his license, probably 4-5 years. If he do have to do any time for reckless endangerment,
he'll get
probation if it's never happened before.
But the charge is going to be manslaughter, but it's going to be specifically DUI, felony, manslaughter with it was some other stuff.
You can't really manslaughter has a criminal intent to it. It has intent.
He'll probably get off.
Has to have intent. You can't just charge somebody with manslaughter if they ain't.
But
murder
one
has intent.
Huh?
Murder one has intent.
What'd you say, Eric?
Manslaughter is.
I said, me and you and even Phil agree that maybe he did the wrong thing. He made a mistake. Hopefully he don't get jail time. Maybe maybe the Raiders can get her family a nice settlement. Things of that nature. But it seems like all Missing want to do is what people have been doing their whole life and just put another black man behind bars. That's what it sounds like to me.
Not just any black man, a stupid black man who went over 100.
Who was you to call him stupid if he made a mistake?
Dude, that was a dumb, stupid mistake that cost someone their life.
Dude, you don't have to.
Keyword is that it was a mistake. It was a reckless mistake, but a mistake. I'm pretty sure he didn't leave his home that day saying that I'm gonna kill somebody. Unfortunately, he felt like
y'all niggas ain't lawyers because y'all literally going to bat for him. Y'all really.
You already motherfucker.
You all right. You finna give him life and cut his career off.
Life, no parole.
He ain't got a chance. His life is over. Man.
Right.
Yeah, he can't even
he might, even if he get 10 years, his life ain't over, dude.
Right. But Mr. don't want him to see daylight, man. You don't ever want him to see daylight again.
Listen, fellas.
That's
okay,
true. I'm listening, my nigga.
The way that I commute to work, I take the 294 to the 88 every single day, 6 days a week. So I got some of a soft spot for victims of vehicular type of incidents like that as far as DUIs. I'm always
vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, I'm always on the freeway. So I'm going on average 70, 80 miles per hour already. But when people fly by me, I'm like, damn, dude, go 80, go 90. You don't got to go over 100. You're a freaking idiot. You're going to kill someone.
But guess what, mister? Both you motherfuckers breaking the law because the speed limit is 65. So you're no better than him.
Speed limit is 70.
Well,
you just said 75, 80. So either way.
Right. What is it? What is it? Talk to me. Let me open up to me.
What did I say? The average speed I go. What did I say?
70, 80.
Okay, then.
Can we move on?
When you tell it to the fucking state trooper, he
don't give a fuck.
He was still over the limit.
He made a mistake.
I'll let you go 10 over the limit.
He made a mistake.
Oh,
Can we move on?
Jesus Christ.
They'll let you go tell. Come on, man. Don't act like that. You don't know nothing what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not in agreement with you on this. I'm not. The boy made a fucking mistake that's totally fucked up. But nigga, he should be condemned for life for a mistake he
Right.
made in his early 20s. You ain't make no mistake in your 20s you regret.
Like he not supposed to make mistakes.
You didn't make no mistake.
I ain't supposed to make mistakes.
What the fuck is he, a robot?
He a kid. Come on,
So
man.
I'm gonna ask you
It's a grown-ass
again.
man.
It's
I'm asking you
unfortunately.
again.
That's a grown-ass man.
How old is
They ain't no grown
Because at
ass
18
man.
years old, at 18 years old,
Oh
they'll
my
send your
God.
black ass to Afghanistan to fight for this country. So I ain't trying to hear
That
none of
don't
that.
have
Rob,
shit to-
what
Right,
are
that
you
ain't got shit
talking
to do
about?
with it, right? And I know you're not higher than me because I'm higher than a motherfucker right now. But you're not making fucking sense, dude. You condemning the kid. Like I said, you made mistakes in your early 20s. Didn't nobody say, "Oh, he needs to go to jail for the
Oh,
rest of his life"?
The mistake I made when I was
Oh
younger
my
was
God, you
like
could have found one mistake that you made, and only one. Go ahead. You was a fucking perfect child from 20 to 30.
type of mistake that I made was probably leaving my wallet in the car, some shit like that. But I
how
done
about
made
this?
All right, let's just move
it.
on.
How about
Let's
how
go
about
some
this?
bullshit.
How about this?
We
How about
grown,
this?
Phil.
Car and
Fuck
killing
that. He
How about
someone.
this?
grown tonight.
How about this? I don't care.
Let's
Can we
not
move on?
confess any thing to get y'all asses
Hey
locked
man,
up.
it's 20 years. It's past the limit.
What y'all
Shit.
do? What y'all do?
A lot
Hey,
more than that.
that wasn't an accident. That
Damn.
was just being absent-minded.
Damn. Y'all. I think we kind of beat a dead horse right there.
Hey, you was killing that
Alright.
fucking horse right there. Come on. Next segment, motherfuckers.
Y'all. We was gonna talk
Oh,
about these topics last week, but y'all kind of stood me up. But as far as
okay. You gonna call us out on air?
Yeah, y'all was kind of bogus for that little trick or treating stuff, man.
I
Y'all
didn't
know
say I was
that.
trick or treat. I don't fuck.
That-
I got 100 kids. Don't give a fuck if they go out or not, and don't care if they out there or not. I didn't say I wasn't doing it. I was having a great day. That wasn't me. Now we're gonna have to edit that argument out. All right,
Yeah.
now go to the next motherfucker. Go to the next thing. Go ahead, G.
Now, like, what y'all think about the whole smartphone thing, kind of dumbing down society at large? Because
Man,
I think that today we're like literally living in a idiocracy type of society persona. So like, as far as the smartphone, man, like people literally got their head buried in their smartphones. People really don't engage each other no more. So like, do y'all think that is really like the smartphone's fault, or people just like casually just constantly growing apart from each other?
well, I mean that's easy. I mean, unfortunately, the times of no phones or whatever, that's over. Social media and phones now is really everybody's lives. If you think about it now, you have pretty much all your information is on your phone, from your bank accounts to your personal address to your notes for the week. That's just what it's going to be. I think social media have kind of dumbed down people, the way people communicate. I think people are not as face to face social anymore like they used to. I mean, look at us. We communicating, but we're not physically together. And I think that is kind of where society is going now. And unfortunately, there's some negative parts to it because kids just don't communicate the same no more. You know, you get more attraction now for a tweet than you do for somebody physically saying something to you.
Mm. So you're saying it's more of a combination of smartphones and social media?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, tell me a number. What's the last number you remember? I can't remember nothing.
I just know two numbers: my number and my wife's cell number. That's it.
That's pretty much that's as far as I go too.
Back
You
in the
know,
day,
I
we
don't
knew
know
two
no
numbers at
number,
least.
dude.
and we came from the era. We came from that era where cell phones was like in the beginning phases. You know, we came from the pager era. Everybody had a pager. So the fact that we've seen it come so far since then is amazing. You know, so
Yeah.
I
And
don't
the
necessarily.
technology amazing. I give
Yeah,
you
it's
that.
amazing. You know, and I think it's only gonna get worse. I mean, look at our kids. My
I know,
daughter,
right? They really get it right.
my daughter, my daughter knows 5 6 apps: Disney Plus, ESPN Plus. You know, Paramount. She know all the apps. She has an iPad, and she know how to navigate it. It's like kids nowadays. They born into technology. Ain't no going back. You know, so I guess we can say it maybe have dumbed down society, but what's the what's the what's the other option?
You know,
You
as,
know,
as far as us young Gen Xers, I mean, we really do appreciate the convenience of these technologies
for
because,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we had, like the kitchen phone, which we had to talk to our friends in the kitchen in front of everybody. Everybody
Yeah.
knew, everybody
Yeah.
knew each
Yeah.
other's business. So, but
But
yeah, I mean, it's
but
very,
I also appreciate, like I said, we know how what it is and not to have a cell phone or a pager. Like I do appreciate the fact that if I want to unplug, I can just unplug. I don't feel like I need
It
to
ain't
be
no
on my phone.
problem. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I don't feel like I need this millenniums. I think they almost feel like they have to have their phone to a certain extent, you know. But they was born into it, so you can't
Right.
really blame them, you know.
speaking of unplugging, when I was in Lake Geneva last weekend, I mean, we were just only out there for 2 nights, but it felt good to kind of unplug, for a little bit. I
Yeah.
was hardly on my phone. I mean, I was just enjoying like the nature. I mean, like the little fall scenery. People was golfing like around, and it was just so quiet. Late at night, you could literally see the freaking stars. I can't see
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
the stars from my from my backyard right now because it's all
No.
those city lights. But yeah, man, I definitely appreciate just being unplugged, just to kind of like just to kind of get that idea of okay, this is how it used to be before all this advanced technology. So, what you think, Phil and Eric? Whichever one of y'all want to go.
Go ahead, Phil.
Nigga, y'all, you just old. You just an old ass man. That's all.
Cool.
You an old man.
I'm the youngest one in the crew.
Yeah, you the oldest one in the crew with this shit. Nah, man. I don't feel like cell phones are dumbing down people at all. If anything, a lot of the information we used to have to retain in our head was wasted information in the first place. Why do I need to know somebody's phone number? That's pointless at this point now. Because even if I don't have a phone, I can always get in contact with somebody. It's like almost impossible to not be able to get in contact with somebody. So knowing the phone number is really pointless at this day and
Basically,
age.
because you said, so you saying just because we take our phone, even if we don't have our fucking phone, we got a tablet. What we do,
I
we
mean,
can.
look.
It's always
I,
gonna be a way
I
for you to
mean,
get in
look.
contact.
If you can't remember the phone number, guess what? I'll just FaceTime you, or I
Go
Google
on
do you,
or
or I
go on
Google do you,
Facebook or go on WhatsApp.
yeah,
It's
or
always
Messenger.
another way to get in touch with somebody. So from a
That's a good.
communication
That's a good
standpoint,
point.
keeping
Yeah.
that type of information in your head is a waste of time. And to be perfectly honest with you, now, like when you look at uh, being able to communicate with people of different languages, you can sit there with an app and talk to somebody in a completely different language.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
strong.
saying? That
Yeah,
type
we
of
got. I got that.
advancement.
Yeah.
I like
So I
that.
mean, it comes to the point where you don't even need to learn a second language. You know what I'm saying?
Because you just talking to the phone and then the phone just say it in
Hmm.
that language.
Exactly. So I mean, and
Hmm.
obviously those things have to
Oh,
advance
it's
a little bit.
helping us.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it definitely
advancing
helps
us.
bring people. It brings people closer together. It pushes them apart because people lose their social skills. But let's just be honest. Most
But
people don't have social skills anyway.
right, but you know what it do? Like you said, it makes the world so much smaller
It does.
because
It
you can
does.
reach anybody. You know what I'm saying? This lady
In
was
an
sending
instant. Yeah.
pictures. She out there by Jordan River out of Israel, and it was like we could call each other and talk, and it's like you like, damn, you all the way across the world. We just talking phone click the whole nine,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and you like,
Yeah.
damn, this person around the world.
and you can experience that moment with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they can just
you
go
can.
live
They can
and
go
you was a
live.
part of
That's
that.
what I'm saying. They can go live, and you really fucking look like, damn, I'm here.
Right.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
it's the
our
technology,
culture,
like Nelly was saying, is great, man.
Yeah, our culture has to advance with technology, and that's kind of the problem. So, like the certain people who feel like they have to retain an attachment to the old ways, they're actually slowing down progress. Because if a lot of people converted and started catching up with technology, they'll be able to advance their lives and everyone else's lives faster. Because we still holding on to people still writing checks. Come on, man! Everybody got time for you in the grocery store writing no check for $11.49. Nobody got time for that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's catching up with the times. You know, it's just a reality that we get here.
But those people are pretty much what the baby boomers now. You know, our parents. You know, our parents, and Rob, exactly. You know, I can't remember the last time I couldn't remember the last time I wrote a check. I don't even have checks anymore. You know, so you know nowadays you don't even have cash. Just I send my phone. Just tap my phone, and that's it.
Dude, and it'd be so when somebody be like, "Man, we only take cash." You be like, "Dude, I think I've been had the same $5 in my wallet for like 4 months because you don't use cash." It's like, dude,
exactly.
Nope.
And I mean that's what we need to be headed down.
And for the record, the people, the places that do that be blowing me for real. You be blowing me, man. Like, man, I'm hungry. They be like cash only.
Come on, cash only. It's 2020.
Now I gotta go pay $3.
Exactly.
Get some money out of ATM, right?
Exactly. For real.
Oh shit! Multiples of 20. So the lowest I can pull out is $20 for fucking $23 for $4 meal that you could just let me go.
And you know what else? Like when we talk about how we talk about cell phones, but we really talking about technology in general. Everything flow through your cell phone. So, but I mean, when you talk about dumbing something down, it's really giving people the opportunity to be smarter faster. Because now I don't have to wait to get college education information. It's on YouTube. I can go and figure out how to do anything I want in this world just by watching somebody else do it instead of sitting in a class for, you know, a semester learning it, you know, step by step, only to find out I could have done half of this in 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Wasting all of that money. So you know, obviously
you want to be credentialed though.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something about credentials. Okay, it does make a big difference when you have credentials, but in this particular day and age, it's all about the right time, being in the right place at the right time. Because, and I tell my wife this all the time, like it's people out here have no experience that make $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year simply because they applied for a job they may have not even been capable of, and they just happened to get caught by the right person interviewing them, and they hired them because one, people act like they don't fucking want to work anymore, to be honest with you. And then two, it really depends on who you sitting in front of at that time. You could get hired to be a operations manager at an airport with no experience if the right person is sitting in front of you.
Yeah, the people who got the ability to like sell themselves better than the average people, yeah, they're the ones who kind of like, you know, progress at a faster rate than, you know, everybody else. But
that's this YouTube generation. All of these kids that's out here building their YouTube pages, they got millions of followers, so much influencers. Those are just the salespeople from the past who was, you know, out here taking advantage of their mouthpiece. So that's just the future of this society we in.
Now, how often do y'all like read?
I read a lot.
How about y'all?
I read. I mean,
I don't.
What you mean? Like just read like magazines, books?
If you ask me if I read books like that, no, I don't.
Yeah, I don't read books as much as I used to. I'm often get caught up in different articles about random stuff.
I mean, but I do read, like, exactly. I do read articles from time to time about certain things, you know.
Okay. Now the reason why I asked that question is because, hey, Eric, remember when we went to New York I want to say that was 2005. So this was literally pre-smartphone era. We was in New York. We was in a subway train, right? Remember the woman? She had like 3 or 4 kids with her. What was that woman doing sitting down? Remember?
I forget. No, I mean, I remember the whole trip and everything. I don't remember her on the train. What about? I remember the girls arguing in Burger King.
You're
Talking
right. I
about what
remember
can
the
you
Burger
do
King,
there?
right?
Right.
But in the subway, it
what
was
she
it
was
was a
doing?
woman. She had like 2 or 3 kids with her, but she was sitting on the chair. She was reading a book.
So
We was talking about how people out here just read books just because.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, I
that's
remember that.
maybe they're just a New York lifestyle, but out here, I mean, you really don't see people just out and about, probably like at like a park or at the beach or something, just like reading books. Everybody's in their cell phones.
Well, that's what
I
I'm saying.
don't
Maybe
see
they
that a
read the
lot
book through.
downtown.
Maybe they looking through on their cell phone reading a book though. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you saying. But the only time I read a book, like I got the audio books and the what's the name on one of them apps that we get. But it's like that's the only way I'm reading the book. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, when I was downtown in Chicago, I would still see people, you know, in the park during
It's
lunch reading.
Starbucks. You might.
You had your avid, you know, old school book readers.
But
That's
that's
not
the
going to
whole
change.
point. Like you finna say about you took the old school is like those are the people that's reading books now. They were the people that was just they always read their whole life. Like you said,
Right.
once you
Yeah,
get them, like you said, Miss, you get the smartphones. It's too much other shit I can do besides read a
Yeah,
book.
I got 500
My
books on
whole
my
look,
phone. What do I need to carry a book for?
right? Technically, my whole life is in his phone, so I'm checking up on my lifeline the whole time. So you know, and everything is so much faster now. So everything is quick. You know.
you know what? I actually had a Kindle like 10 years ago. I mean, it was cool. It was convenient. I mean, I stored about a good 20 books in there, but to me, I just found better enjoyment of like actually reading an actual book. Just like flipping the pages and
Oh, just okay. Oh,
right.
Yeah, some old
he.
man
So
shit.
Mr. Been old.
Most,
Oh, Mr. Been old man all day.
Yeah,
Okay,
all day, man.
most
all
so.
night you've
Mm.
been the old school,
The
old
youngest
I'm
soul.
one.
call
Look at
you
his
Uncle
full beard
Rob.
is white. Full
Uncle
beard is
Rob.
white.
Yeah,
See?
Yeah,
he
Old
showed.
Uncle Rob.
you see, I am credentialed because of this gray right here. So
That means you
Yeah.
done seen something. That's what it means. You done seen something. You got gray. You done been there. We done seen something.
right.
So
Now, do y'all think that okay? Now we all married, so we not really actively out there dating or anything. But like, as far as the whole social media, smartphone thing, like, has that actually changed dating? Like, have y'all really
Yes,
seen it?
yes,
hell yeah.
yes,
Yeah. We
yes.
talk about how people don't know how to socialize.
You know, you
Right.
know, you know,
They
you know,
hide behind the phone.
you know how people, ask people out now. Oh man, he DM me. He DM me. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like people don't even our people. The people don't even ask people out now face to face. It's all social media based.
What's
You
a
know,
what's a common pickup line through the DM? Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I hate.
I don't
You
know. I
know,
can't tell
we
you.
were born in that lifestyle. I don't know what to say.
Right.
Hello. Because you know when we used to see we had social skills, so we used to know how to about look at how the chick look. You say, okay, this the angle I'm gonna go at her. So it could be
Right.
different. It ain't the same pickup line with different chicks. But I don't know this chick from nowhere in the world. I just met her. She got 3
Hmm.
good pictures and 2 of them probably ain't really her. So what do I
Right.
say to say, hey, let's get up? You know what I'm saying? It's like you
mm-hmm.
don't know you know I don't like Phil say
You,
that talking that camaraderie when we all together we a
I
little
mean,
different than we all like on this.
think
You
about
know
it
what I'm
though.
saying?
If you're an IG model, you probably getting 5 million, 2 million views on your videos. You probably getting 300 comments to those videos. So I'm pretty sure 95% of them are men. So how do you cipher between
Right? I
a,
mean
a
them chicks.
serious a serious DM and someone who actually just on BS? You
They
know what I
wait for
mean?
somebody to send them some money.
Right,
Like I
right.
said, like I said 2 weeks
You got
ago,
a cash
fellas.
app.
Like I said
money.
2 weeks ago, if she's an IG model, she's probably looking for the highest bidder. That's all she's doing.
I'm not gonna
I ain't
argue
mad
with that
at it.
because it
I ain't mad
sound
at it.
like it's
I ain't
right.
arguing with that. Right.
I'm not gonna argue with that. Now, last week, 2 weeks ago, when you said it was probably like you've been derogatory, but honestly, in this case, it fucking
Yeah.
works. Like it works.
Right, right,
It
right.
truly works. It works totally. She's selling
I mean,
herself for the highest bidder, and it's like
listen.
that's what we done
I,
become though.
I mean, listen though. They ain't taking these trips to Dubai off of a contract with Fashion Nova. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. This
You
is
know
the
what I mean?
average chick from
They
around
get
the
flown
way.
out. They
They
definitely
flown
get flown out.
They get
exactly,
flued out by them niggas.
exactly. So I mean,
That's what you
to
gotta do,
for
and that's what makes the world so small now. Cause you can be a chick in Dallas, and then y'all do hook up in a DM, and y'all going back and forth for about 2 weeks. Now I'm finna fly to Texas, or you finna fly to California to LA.
and not and not for
That's how
nothing,
small the world is now. Or we gonna
and
meet
not
That
in New
and
York.
not for
that
and not
only
for
works if you're the highest bidder to that
no,
woman.
no, it doesn't though. For not for nothing, because listen, if she stay in Dallas, I'm staying in New York. We can do what we're doing now. She'll FaceTime me, or we can just Google Duo. Like
Yeah, we could do.
I
Yeah,
can see you without seeing you, and still have that type of closeness and say, okay, I really like this guy, or I really like this female. You know what I
so
mean?
you gotta get on
So
right. You gotta get the FaceTime. Once you gotta go through the DM to get to the fucking FaceTime to get
right,
to
Right.
know
The
her and
DMs
see
for
her
like a 2 or 3 week
before you
time
get
frame.
flued out.
So like the DMs is like a 2 or 3 week time frame as far as y'all getting to know each other through the DMs, and then whenever you had the courage to say hey, let's try to FaceTime now, so you can kind of
well,
see how she
Right.
really look,
It's
because
it's it's a numbers
big
game, man.
catfish
Let's put it out there this way. It's a numbers game. You gonna have just like females gonna have 400 or 500 dudes chasing after them. You know
think
how
about
to
it.
present themselves
Think about it.
on the web. They gonna have the same thing going on.
right. It's
Think
fishing.
think about it. Think
Yeah,
about it. People, females like Kim Kardashian, Jordan Woods, they don't. You know how many people they have in their DMs, but look at their men that they have dated. Is not even close to the regular guy.
Well,
So
Jordan Woods, is she still with
She with cat.
basketball player,
Cat? Yeah, she's still with
yeah,
Cat. Yeah,
right. But I mean, she ain't nobody special particularly. But I'm pretty
I
sure
give
she
you that.
has.
She
I'm
just got
pretty sure
access. That's all.
exactly. I'm pretty sure she
She was
got.
friends with
But then
Joy,
you
I
saying
believe.
she got then like she got a like you say 4,000-5,000 niggas trying to still get in her pants trying to hit her on the ground.
Right,
Mm.
but she had that high value. She had at that quote unquote high value man. She with cat, a millionaire. Like so,
Yeah.
the IG models for the most part, I think social media have changed the outlook of just like the regular female. Like they could you guys could be somebody on IG. You know,
You
you
gotta
could be
have
some.
clout. You gotta have followers. You gotta show that you have like a certain type of lifestyle as far as like the pictures that you're posting. If you just like a regular nigga, just say, hey, I'm gonna casually have an IG page and just post whatever. I mean, that's not gonna catch any women.
But see, it's different for guys though. If you're gonna have on guys, you have to have something that you bring into IG to get those views or to get that attention.
Right.
Women don't. Women do. All they gotta do is put on a
You just gotta be
bikini,
pretty.
right, and pretty in bikini. They can say some joking stuff and do a dance real quick, and they got a million views off rip.
Hmm.
You
Show a
know,
little skin.
that's it.
Yeah.
So social media and I think encourage people to be more open about themselves, but it's definitely not the way to communicate or to meet people nowadays. But it's a norm, and it's not going to change anytime soon.
people still go out to the club, party.
Do
So
they?
Yeah,
Do they?
people
yeah,
still go
yeah,
out
yeah.
partying. So
People still
look,
go out.
somewhat mingle at the
And
club.
that's where the social skills, the no social skill comes into play. Because then you got people fighting because they ain't used to being in the same vicinity with people now. you know,
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
so so it's a catch 22 at the end of the day. But You know, some
That's a
some.
good one though, mister. I
Yeah,
mean, that's a good one for real. That was
you
really
know,
good.
I think though, as adults, you have to continue to evolve with technology because you're gonna be left behind. You know, I know a lot of
Yeah,
grandmas and grandfathers who just refuse to embrace technology, and it's like they get left behind. You know.
yeah. That's what Phil was saying earlier. Yeah, people that just refuse and be like, nah, and you be
Hmm.
like, and you be like, well, you see, it's progressing. Shit, what was in today will not be in Sunday. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Next week,
Hmm.
the world moving. That's what I'm saying. And that's what the smartphones and with the technology, everything's moving so much quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of look at older people, so I understand how they feel with certain.
Hmm.
But it's not if you really take the little time to grasp it. I think everybody, you know what I'm saying. You
Right.
like you said, like Phil said earlier, you'll catch on and you can move quicker and make everybody else quicker because we don't got to keep bringing people up.
Waiting
You
on
know
you.
what I'm
Right.
saying?
Exactly.
Right, right. I like that. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll put a bomb on that one. We got two more topics, y'all. For the next one, like, do y'all think that going to college is an outdated concept for today's economy?
I don't want to say it's outdated, but I do want to say it needs to be reimagined. Um, I think that in most cases, I don't think it's necessary to go to school for 4 years and be $10,000 in debt coming right out of college. That to me, there's no advantage to that. I think better off now. You better off having a trade
Oh yeah,
than
of course.
than really having a college degree. And if you do get a degree into something, it has to work. Like engineering is always the top of the line, but people getting business degrees for what? You you know, you don't. I guess if you want if you want the experience, yeah, I'll definitely would encourage going to school. But as far as making a living, mm,
When it comes to real life, the way shit is right
yeah,
now, it's like, man, maybe
yeah,
you might want to bypass that and get ready to get the ass kicked every day. You know?
Thing is,
because
with colleges, it makes so much money, and that's
hmm
really the only reason why it continues to be a staple in, what I'm saying, a staple in our society. It's not because it's valuable; it's because it makes so much fucking money. I mean, you think about it. When you go to college, you got all these prerequisites before you can start major study. And then when you get into your line after you've graduated college, if you're fortunate to get into the type of business that you went to college for, 80% of that shit you're not going to use. So you wasted so much money to get to the point where you can do this job that you want to do, and you get out and job and you don't use most of the stuff that you spent your money on. So it's a huge waste, but it makes so much money the industry, the world is going to perpetuate continuing college because it makes so much money. That's it. It employs people. Granted, all your teachers and staff and faculty. And then when you think about colleges generating billions of dollars off sports and all of this, it just makes too much money for it to go away.
That whole concept was sold to us like living the American dream. You go to college, you graduate, and you're gonna make this $50,000 a year job, but you still got $80,000 in student loan debt. And plus, when you graduate college, unless you got like a certain type of work
Rob,
experience,
you're breaking up.
Yeah, it's breaking up, G.
uh, hold on, y'all go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, this never happened when we was going through the old people that we were sponsored by. I don't like this because I've been here static almost all day, the whole episode.
Straight. Yeah, I just
Yeah, I've
started
been
the
here
mist a few
when
minutes
y'all
ago.
talk.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
But like it's together now. But remember what we was using before. That shit, it always worked, man. I know I ain't got all these gadgets, but
right. You cut your head off, Eric, when you tilted your
when
camera
I
down.
do that, yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, if you really think about how education could be more successful. Like Nelly said, it needs to be reimagined because there's so much information that is time that's wasted in college. It's a lot of time wasted. I was just talking about how I could go on YouTube and figure out how to do anything. If I can do that, then there's so much I could spend. If I could focus my time on the end thing or the final thing that I really want to do, then I won't need to waste my time on all this other shit.
So the better question would be, what's more important, education or knowledge? Because if like you just said, Phil, I can go on YouTube and figure out how to nail a piece of plywood to a beam, and break it down in 15 minutes. I ain't learned more than somebody that went to school for a whole 4
for the
years.
whole week.
Exactly.
For the whole week, and
So
that's true. But if you want to monetize off of that, you got to be credentialed in order to do that type of work on someone else's home.
That's kind of the part. Yeah, you do. You can't just go work on nobody else. I mean, you could, but if something go wrong, you're gonna be in trouble.
You're right.
But ultimately, Mister, the credential standpoint is what prohibits us from advancing faster. Because let's say the thing with trade school that makes trade school so much better for so many people is because it's focused on whatever it is the trade is that you're trying to get to. So you're not spending countless hours in science class and history class and social studies and all of these unrelated fields. You're not wasting money or time on those things. You can focus on your what it is that you're trying to learn, and you can grasp that a lot faster when you don't have all these other distractions. And plus, there's so many stressors put on kids that go to college. Obviously, most of them never been in the situation that they're in, not having parental supervision. So, of course, they're going to go fucking crazy as soon as they get away from their parents. But now you're asking them to be ultimately responsible enough to get up and go, to their classes, be on time every day. A lot of kids just can't even maintain that organization. And then when you do get the kids that are in there, a lot of, you got half of them that are never, nobody in their family's been to college, and it's so much stress on them to get it done and do it right and do all the shit the right way. And then you got other kids in the same school sitting right next to you who floating because their family is wealthy. Everybody in their family went to school. Everybody in their family has money and comes from money. And now you got somebody stressed out sitting with somebody who really don't even care that they're there. So it's like so much.
My parents made me wanting me to come here. I didn't want to come here.
Exactly. You know what I'm
and
saying?
then this person over here struggling just to get in this motherfucker. Yeah, I feel you, G.
Right. So a lot of those things could be removed just by focusing on, the specific end goal and cutting out all these extra 3 years. Because most of the time, the stuff that you're going to college for, it don't take you 4 years to learn. At best, it take you 2.
Yes, as far as your specific discipline, your
exactly
degree, yeah, that's only 2 years. But yeah, the first 2 years are just gen ed. So yeah,
it's just wasting money. It's just basically here they charging you to see if you're really gonna stick with it. Like, what kind of shit is that? I'm spending all my money just for you to tell me, just for you to evaluate me and see if I'm worthy of continuing to stay here.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate.
And at the same time, you spending that 45 grand a year to test the waters.
Exactly. And then you get kids who come in and change their majors, and you have lifetime students, and it's just kind of a waste. It can be a waste of people's potentials, because a lot of people still go to school just because their parents make them to. They ain't even in school doing anything like what they want to do in life.
And still parents that force their kids to do shit like that, though.
Mm-hmm. You got parents who don't want their kids to be carpenters or build buildings and stuff.
Yeah, that's because she's a woman. Now, if I had a son, I probably end up, giving that type of option to them. But yeah, since I got daughters, I don't want my daughters to be no construction site.
Well, you like I said, you let that be known a long time ago.
Well, keep in mind too, Rob, the future of construction is all robotics.
Yeah, so I'd rather get into STEM, of course, STEM.
Yeah, but she'll still be on the construction site. managing.
being a shot caller.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. Either way it go, if she gonna be sweeping up them floors at some point.
Damn, G. Damn.
Hey, we actually talked about this like many podcasts ago, in which I told you how like the only women that you see at construction sites is when they holding up that sign that says
Hold
stop
up the flag.
Hold the flag, yeah.
I don't want my daughter doing that. I'm
Man,
good.
that girl
Hey,
make
hold up that flag, man.
Now
$32,000
listen,
now.
you should. It's not about what you want, Rob. At the end of the day, it's what they want to do. So if they want to do construction and hold that flag up, then be proud of them and encourage them. That's all you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's the most
could be
PC.
holding up something else.
That's a PC thing to say. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Damn, here we go. Here
You
goes
see?
the bullshit. That's the
Just hope she
PC
don't.
thing to say. No, that's the fucking right thing to say. You the one forcing your kids to go to college.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and they're gonna strip on the side.
Right, that's when you turn daddy's little girls out.
Wait, why y'all
And,
putting this?
and he gonna be so hurt
I
when
just jumped on you because
motherfuckers.
everybody. Hey, I just jumped in because everybody else did. Everybody was swinging at y'all like, yeah.
Damn, y'all.
But we said we know you want the best for your girl. We know damn well you want the best for your girl. So I know that. So you raising how you want to when it come to that. Like I say, people kept yelling at LeVar Ball, talking all that shit about him. Nigga, you got 3 kids in the NBA, like you said, man.
Yeah, he did his
You know
job.
what I'm saying? He did his motherfucking job. Like everybody talk really bad about him. I know he an asshole, but he like we gonna see on this
Eric,
Serena Venus
Eric.
movie.
He's not an asshole. He's just a man.
No, he an asshole.
He's not an asshole. Any
He
one of us would like
you know
want
what?
to
We
like
ain't heard
him.
about, but see, we haven't heard from him either.
He
used to
said
be
he'll
brag.
bust Michael Jordan ass. How that make you feel?
Right. That's an asshole. He'll bust Michael Jordan ass.
He was trolling. Come on, y'all.
No,
Okay,
that wasn't
that's
trolling.
an
That's being an
asshole.
asshole. That's what trolling is.
He was kind of trolling though, guys.
Being an asshole. But I'm saying he did what he was supposed to do for them boys. Them boys in the league, and they look damn good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
D'Angelo might look okay in Detroit, but I'm just saying, but all of them in the league, man. That's all, man. He did what he's supposed to do. And that's why I'm saying, like, the motherfucking Venus and Serena movie that's coming out on HBO Max. That'll be on HBO Max now. But that, I mean, I know it's going to be great, but I'm just saying, like you said, we hard on our kids. You know, sometimes it might take that sometimes, you know, especially back then. Because like I said, we didn't have all this technology back then. So you got damn right he was
I
hard on
think,
his kids.
yeah, and I think nowadays you have to be. The kids are distracted so much about everything nowadays. You have to be hard on them. Keep them focused. I mean, because so if you don't keep them focused, man, they'll be on TikTok and all that all day, 24/7. If you let them,
They get lost in that shit, right?
I don't think black parents are hard enough on their kids.
Say what, Mister?
I don't think that black parents are even hard enough on their kids compared to other races, like the Tiger Moms and the people of Israel, their kids, and the Arab kids. I mean, like black parents are like the most liberal parents of any other race. Like we let our kids do anything that they want.
We're not the most liberal. I would probably say white people are.
Yeah, I would say that too.
In America, you gotta keep in mind we you talking about countries with third world country problems. Of course, they're gonna be a lot harder than.
No, like Asian parents,
and I agree with that.
They are very hard on their kids. You ever heard of the term Tiger Mom, right?
But that's historically though in Asia, that's still a third world country.
That's happening here, man. Because those kids in college, that's like Asian or East Indian, those kids are in a specific track. They're in STEM. They're not in college to do liberal arts, just like the black people are doing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. They come from when people think about Asian countries, they think about Tokyo. You know, they only think about the large, well-known countries in China. But the realization is that country has billions of people that are not in those highly populated, dense areas. Most of those people are poor. So in the same way that when, you know, if you go back 20 years ago, when black kids were first, maybe 30, 40 years ago, when black kids was getting into college, how hard our parents were on us about being in school. And, you know, that's changed a lot because the access is increased. A lot more of our kids can go to college. And so we've become more lax. But for them to come over here, they all get all their money together and their whole family to send one kid to school. And the expectation is for that one kid to come back and take care of their family. We don't have those type of expectations as black people.
It's all about culture because they're bringing their Eastern culture values into the West, in which we have a totally different system. I mean, everybody just is just about liberal out here, but out there, I mean, they mostly come from like communist type of society, so they have to succeed if they're gonna come over here. If not, I mean, they're gonna be living in poverty, just like the average American. But yeah, man, I mean, like as far as I'm saying, I don't want to down black people, y'all. Come on, yeah, I'm black, so I want us to do better. But as far as y'all talking both sides of y'all mouths, like y'all saying that it's okay for y'all kids to be construction workers. Now, I'm not down to the construction industry, but I want my kids to like be better. I don't want them to be settling to be a construction worker. I want them to do something, bigger and better things. But
I mean,
just me.
you should have the passion for your children to be as successful as possible. But you can't define what success is in one person and apply that to somebody else. It's just not possible. Your level of success may be looked at it, frowned upon, like that's not successful. This is
but
while there are people who will look at people, but there are people who will look at Bill Gates and say, "Oh wow, he's got a lot of money, but he's not wealthy."
Shit.
He may have a whole lot of money, but people closer to him probably see a side of him that you have no perception of. He might be able to walk out of his house and buy any fucking thing he wants, but when he go back in the house, he's lonely and sad and depressed. You don't know what these fucking people be going through. Money don't determine everything. It may make your course of life a little bit easier, but if you're not self-confident and happy with where you are in life and where you can be in life and taking advantage of your own opportunities, it don't matter what your parents want you to do. You're gonna do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Of course.
You could be a billionaire and really not really love yourself because you might have been handed, even if you work for maybe somebody forced you, like we talking about with the communist parents and shit like that, but they beat it into me to be in this company and do this, and I did all this and I'm a billionaire. But maybe they love was for music. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they love was for music.
So Eric, Nelly, hold on one second. Eric, would you trade your life today, right now, to be a billionaire that don't love yourself? What would you rather be right now?
I'd rather be the billionaire.
Okay. I thought
look, I'd rather be the billionaire that's got a gun on my table every morning. I pull the trigger, and if no bullet come out, I'm gonna ball all day.
I would suggest that you see a therapist just to kind of get some underlying issues in your head.
I really believe. Seriously, let me say this the right way. I love my life the way it is. If we could just sit back and say we wanted to change some shit, we all would. But I don't have no regrets because everything happened for us to get to this point right here with where we are right now.
Yeah, we all like decent. We all live good lives. I mean, we not on the street. We've never been in jail. I mean, we all got careers. We raising kids. I mean, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
You say shit, that billionaire, that's unhappy though. Shit. fuck friends.
You got something to add, Nelly?
Friends.
I mean, y'all make some good points, but I mean, at the end of the day, we all want the best for our kids. But I think our job as parents is to make sure we put them in the best position to succeed.
Right.
However which way they're going to do it, it's not up to us. But we should put them in a position at the end of the day to be the best person they can be. So,
Mhm.
and at the end of the day, that's all you want from your kids, really.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome,
All
man.
right.
So I drop a bomb on that for the last topic, y'all. Now, do y'all think that okay, this topic we're going to be mansplaining because it's all men about this particular topic, but do y'all think that there should be a hierarchy or should every relationship be 50-50?
You see, hey, nobody say nothing. Cause we kind of hit. Well, we hear something like this, and it went one way, it went left. But when you keep on with this hierarchy and all this shit, man, and this house is 50-50.
You say
I
50-50?
Yeah, I feel that she can make the decisions when I don't want to make them, or vice versa. Either way, we at that place where we're 50-50.
Okay.
The,
But if
I
you say
think
the veto power, I would say 51-49 me. I still think she would still, if I just had to have the last say, she would roll with whatever the fuck I said.
Okay, I get with
uh,
that.
for me, I think the bigger
Okay.
question, would be why does it need to be a hierarchy in general? The thing is, I mean, I think the whole, at the end of the day, you both putting in something to bring to the table. Either if it's just one sitting home with the kids or the other one working, or both of you guys are working. If you put it all together, I don't think this ain't 1965 anymore. I just think nowadays, however you get it done, you get it done. Either one person doing the brunt of the work or you doing it together. I think we need to stop looking at the whole hierarchy situation, especially in today's society, because most of the situation now is just the woman is just one person in the household, single parent households for the most part. So the family structure in general, I think, is kind of screwed up. But that's another topic for another day. But I think it's about getting it done together more so than having a hierarchy. If you want to say 50-50, that's fine. But I don't think I don't want to get into percentages. I just feel like however you need to do it together, knock it out. I think we get too caught up in, well, I got to be the man. I got to do this. I got to do that. But you know, that don't make you less a man if you're not paying all the bills. It just means that your wife or your significant other is helping you out. Y'all doing it together. So maybe I didn't answer the question. I just don't
No,
think
you
that.
did.
Yeah, I just don't think that. I think we focus too much on the hierarchy situation because times are different. The moms ain't it's nice that the mom do stay at home and be with their kids and groom the kids, but in today's society that's not the case. Most of the time the moms are home by themselves with the kids. So so by the time they find somebody that they love and want to marry, that mom has probably taken on the responsibility of a man for so long, she can't go back to that, you know. So uh I think that's just the way it should be. I don't know. What you got,
Go
Phil?
ahead, Fed. Go ahead. Then we send it to you, mister. Go ahead. What you say, Fed?
I don't know. I really don't know because the thing is, your personality is going to dictate if you're an alpha or a beta in any situation. It's always going to be a hierarchy, whether you like it or not. Because it's situational. There's going to be times where your significant other is going to have a veto power over you. You
But
know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
but to sit there and put the type of label on it as a hierarchy is what's problematic. You're you're creating a government in your house by creating a hierarchy. And we all see that government is full of shit. So why would we want to bring that type of structure into our house? What is the reason for it? That's what I want to say. What's the reason for having a hierarchy?
But I don't. That's the whole point, though, Phil. I don't think there's a reason. I mean, from the outside looking, I mean, who is it really for? Is it for people? Is it for people that look outside the household to say, okay, oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Market is that. The thing is, from the outside looking in, I might not be the most outgoing person. My wife might be the most outgoing person, but behind closed doors, we're doing everything together. But no one would know that from the outside looking in. They just see, okay, she might be more louder than he is. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, who am I trying to impress? Like, if it makes you look good, if me calling the shots make me look good outside of my marriage, okay, I guess cool. But
at the end of the day, you just wanted to work with you and your wife. It don't matter.
Exactly. So if she seems like she the one calling the shots, I don't give a shit, you know. But at the end of the day, I know what we do behind our closed doors. We do stuff together. So one might be more vocal than the other, but at the end of the day, we do it together. So, like Phil said, like it's not really like, I guess it's situational.
It doesn't really serve a purpose. It doesn't serve a purpose to benefit anybody in a relationship.
Not in today's age, you know. But I mean,
go ahead, mister.
It never did. I mean, if you think about, if you think about
well, it kind of did. It kind of did back in the day, though.
I ain't saying it wasn't prevalent. I'm saying it never helped. When has it ever helped that you had a household where one person completely dictated over everybody else?
You know what though? There was I think that did cause. I think that, but you know what though? But let's just call it what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
But let's call it what it is though. A lot of the men back in the day, they were the breadwinner. They were the breadwinner. But guess what? They got a whole other family on the side too that they trying to take care of too, because they feel like they ran the shot. They feel like
that
basically proves my point though. When did it ever benefit anybody that you had a hierarchy?
Right, because like you said, if the man get all the say and the woman don't get to say shit at all, it's like she's not happy. She'll be like, why the fuck am I in here? And vice versa. If a woman just passing all the shots, you looking like, okay, look, I gotta at least have some kind of say.
But I mean,
if we ran it like that, the shit wouldn't.
But all I'm saying, listen, all I'm saying is this: will we have a Martin Luther King without Coretta, or we have a Malcolm X without Betty Shabazz? Like, those was great. Will we have a Obama without Michelle? You know,
they're still great men. They just have to be the byproducts of being married to them, but they're still great men.
But I mean, this is my question, Mister, because since you posed it, in what society has it benefited any group of people to have a hierarchy in a household, and in what way?
In which society did it benefit?
Yeah, who society?
Where's the proof? Where's the proof and benefit? Because we're now living in a world that exists with all of this Me Too and cancel culture as a direct result of men having this hierarchy for so long. This is the exact reason for the problem we're in right now.
That's fact.
It's not like women like took power. They were just given power.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the words that are thrown out are male toxicity or male whatever masculinity. Masculinity. Yeah. It's not female toxic femininity. I mean, not that it don't exist. Not that it don't exist.
That's
just not the issue, though. These issues stem from men feeling like they need to be in control of their households. What are you controlling? When you gone, you have no control. When you're outside of your house, if your wife is at home and she's a stay-at-home mom, you have no control over what's happening in the house while you gone. If she decides she want to bring another nigga in your house, guess what? It's another nigga in your house. So you don't have no control. It's all imaginary. It's all in your head. Now, if you do have control and you're completely control over this woman, you're eliminating the opportunity for this woman to enlighten your life and enrich your life even more. Maybe she has a purpose in her life, and you're prohibiting her from taking advantage of that, thereby shrinking your own life. You know what I'm saying? That's like if I was to tell my wife she couldn't work no more.
Mister. Damn, we
If I was to tell my wife, I just got I just got a pay raise, and wife, I could take care of you. You don't need to work no more, right? So she decides she wants to stay at home, or she's all of a sudden I'm taking away from her life just because.
My stepson made a good point. My stepson works a very good job. He's an engineer. His wife went to school for years to become what she has become now. His thing was he gave his wife $100 every time he got paid because he didn't never want to let her feel like she was less than because she did not work. I think that's a very good example of what relationships should be about now. It's not because I make more money than you. I want you to feel just as equal or supportive than just I want you to be just as equal as I am. We're doing this together. It ain't about it's not really about who's ahead of anything any day. We are heads together. Without one person, the other one don't move.
That's so why he ain't give her half his check then?
Right. What?
I was gonna say, what do he make $200? But it's a joke. I get what you said, but I hate y'all people too because I was.
He gave her allowance.
But he's showing.
I'm just right. Yeah, he putting some value into his.
Hey,
I mean, we got jokes.
Saying, but it's a good joke behind the people.
But I'm just saying,
I'm serious. Like, baby, we got this. I know you got a job. You do whatever you do, but here, that's yours. Do whatever the fuck you want with it because. If you was making more, I would think it would be half and half.
Right.
You always got me, and I got you.
And he don't want her to feel like he has to ask him for anything. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point of it all. That's the whole point of it all. So my thing is,
it's yours.
Right. My thing is, if it's $5 or $500, the fact of the matter is the fact that it's not about me being man of the house and making the most money. I want you to feel like you support it. I want you to feel like you have a hand in this. So, like Phil said, I don't think what's the point of it all now? What's the point of it all at the end of the day? Do we need it? Is it important? Or is it just for people outside? Or do we have to have titles like that? It's a title.
Like you said, I guess you said from the outside looking in, who running who or who running what. But like you said, behind closed doors, it can be fucking totally opposite. Or like you said, or we really making it work together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mr. You really didn't say how you felt about this one.
Well, I mean, as humans to humans, yes, we are 50-50, but within the confines of a relationship, yes, it has to be a hierarchy. I mean, someone.
Why does it have to be? Why?
Because someone has to be an alpha, and someone got to be the beta. The man.
But why you can't just switch the situation? Alpha and a beta for each situation you go through. If I'm always an alpha, I'm not 100% right in anything. So if you can let me make the decisions every time, how the fuck?
No matter what decision,
there's no checks and balances
on it. And if it's the wrong decision, then hopefully you just learn from it. But you still got to stand on your principle.
Oh, get the fuck no! Not if in a situation. I know she knows about it better than I do, but I'm gonna go with the fuck because I'm an alpha. I'm gonna go with this.
I'm not saying that I make all the decisions. I mean, yes, my wife has a voice. My kids will even have a voice, but at the same time, maybe this is an ego tax, right? So, being that if I hear some foreign adult footsteps in my house late at night, I gotta investigate that shit. So if I gotta investigate that shit to protect my family, you goddamn right. This is gonna be a hierarchy in this motherfucker.
No. See, that's a really poor approach to that situation, though.
You mean it in the
let's just be honest. Let's jump off of what you just said in this scenario, right? So you hear footsteps, you get up, you get your ass whooped by this person, and she come out and shoot him. Who was the alpha?
Wait. Why would I get my ass
Not,
whooped? I got the
I thought
weapons.
the
Situational.
dude, nah, the dude beat your ass. Just say it.
Maybe he took the gun from you.
Right, he got you from
Are
the
you
back.
gonna because in that situation the intruder becomes the alpha? So does that mean she should do whatever he says? That's not how it works.
That's not going to happen because
No.
No. Come on, Rob. Don't do that,
You
man.
expect your wife to jump
God.
up and support you in any situation, to have your back.
of course.
Okay,
That's your
then
back.
you
I'm
can't
not with
be
that.
alpha all of the time.
I'm
Because
not saying that. I'm saying overall, for the relationship purposes, you better be the alpha, because if you're not going to be the alpha, then if she perceives that she's somewhat better than you professionally, personally, she will one day play that trump card.
what
She
trump card
will.
would that be?
Oh man.
What, that
Okay,
she
go
make
ahead.
more
No,
money
I'm
than you,
listening.
that she's smarter than you? If
Yeah.
you're with that
Yeah.
person, if you're with that person, the hierarchy isn't the problem.
It's
The problem is you're with the wrong person.
right. Because
That has
if you
nothing to do
feel
with
like
hierarchy.
but if you feel like you
Um,
in a relationship where she running the shit like that because she make more money and all this and that, and she don't want to be with me just for me, and still take when it comes down to things, she can be 50-50 on the board. Then, like you said, she don't for me no motherfucking way, and
I
I ain't
think
for her.
I think that short term they could kind of play that part of, oh yeah, baby, I will support you, and I'm sure that you'll do better professionally. But I'm telling you that that'll be that one day in which you piss her off, and she's gonna be like trying to like dictate certain terms to you. My thing is, if you're constantly gonna be the overall alpha in that relationship, I'm just trying to have y'all minimize that. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that's an alpha beta situation. I don't think that is. An alpha situation would be if she tried to take responsibilities from you because you were incapable of doing it. That's what an alpha does. An alpha leads the pack because no one else is capable of doing it.
Right.
Okay,
So
right.
if your wife, if all of a sudden you lose your job
Got
and
the
your wife is the
capability.
money,
when it
wife is
when
the
it
money
comes to
maker.
when it comes to the hierarchy, yes, the alpha is supposed to be the greater leader, the more influential leader.
Yeah,
I mean,
but what determines that? Based on what? If your wife's a better leader than you, then you're just an asshole for being an alpha. Are you saying that you
See,
can't be led by a woman?
no, I can't. I
You
can't do
can't
it.
be led by a woman.
No, I can't do it.
So you don't have a boss that's a female. There's nobody in your line of business who's a
I'm
female
talking
that's
about
above you.
in my personal
But your
living.
job is a personal relationship. You spend 8 hours a day doing that. That's the third of your day.
That's not personal. That's business.
No, it's not. It's not business. It's personal.
That's business.
It's personal.
Am I
You
getting
know
paid
the
for it?
people
That's
there. You talk to the people there. You have relationships with the people there. It's personal. They just happen to give you money every 2 weeks when you
business.
get paid.
That's business.
Man, I don't
Yeah,
want
it's
he
personal.
don't believe. Oh man, listen.
Look, we all know that Rob is not always the alpha in his house, so he can go with this bullshit now.
I ain't
But
saying nothing.
you really gonna like Rob? You really gonna die on that sword, huh? You
Of
really
course.
gonna die on this sword, man?
Of course.
Okay.
And you know what? If your wife respects you enough to listen to everything you say and do everything you say, then by all means, if that's a happy household, then maintain it. I ain't got no issues with it. I just
Hey,
don't feel like it's necessary in my house.
hey, I'm happy because I'm the leader.
Yeah, I don't always want to be the leader. I ain't got time for that.
Hey, I wanted to be the leader too when I was fucking 6 years old.
Yeah, I'm
I wanted to
straight.
play. I wanted to
I'm
be the leader
coasting.
then.
I'm
But
I'm
I'm
coasting.
right. It's right. But
hey
right
listen,
now,
I
I
can
just
give
me and her on the same page right now. We coasting.
So
Hey,
much less work
exactly.
when you coasting.
we had a podcast on
Exactly.
this like a few months ago, and I asked y'all specifically. I asked y'all if y'all were the captain. You said, Eric, you said you was the captain.
Yeah, I'm still a
Bill, you said
captain,
you was the captain.
I am the captain. That don't mean that I'm an
but
alpha in my
but that don't mean
relationship.
I'm not
That
gonna
that
take the
means
I'm not
if
gonna have the
you
final say every time.
if you're a captain, right, then you're subscribing to the hierarchical structure.
Not necessarily, because the captain goes down with the ship. That means that everybody else is ahead of him.
And the
No,
wife could be
no,
and the wife could be the lieutenant.
no.
The wife could be the lieutenant.
If everybody on your ship is more important than you are,
The
then
wife
how
could
are
be
you
the
the alpha?
lieutenant.
Now you're just responsible for everyone that's on the ship.
Yeah, because
There's a rank
everybody
structure.
else is more important than you.
A captain is a rank, so you outrank them. There's a hierarchy.
Wow, get the fuck out of here.
Everybody on the ship is more important than the captain. Everybody on the ship is more important than the captain.
No,
Because
the captain is the most important person
if
on
he
the
was the most important person, then when the ship goes down, he would be the first
He
one
should be
off.
the first
of it.
one off.
No, he's
the
usually
last
like the last person off because that's
Exactly, because he's the least important person on the ship.
come on, man. You're taking it out of context, man.
You're just
Why
putting it
is
in the frame of
everything out
context that works
when
for your
somebody try to
conversation.
draw a parallel? You try
It's
to
the
do
same
a
way.
broad parallel to what you're saying, and then now you're taking it out of context.
It's the same way with like a pilot on an airplane. Like,
I mean, you started the captain shit, but go
Right.
ahead, like a pilot on a plane.
right, the pilot is the captain, and his co-captain. There's a rank structure. So the captain's the captain, then the co-captain is underneath the captain.
And if the captain gets sick and the captain ain't feeling good, who takes over? The co-captain. And that's what your wife is for. She's right there helping you fly this plane.
Situational.
You
You
saying
both
it
should be
yourself.
capable of doing the same
Even
thing.
though I'm called captain and she's called co-captain, we're still on the same plane, going to the same place. If I need to take a break
Right.
because I'm not
Keyword.
feeling good, she right there.
Keyword. You said captain and co-captain. You didn't say captain and my servant.
or my
Right.
assistant.
Or my assistant.
Pilot. It was
Right.
pilot and co-pilot. That's what it was.
Exactly.
Pilot,
Exactly.
co-pilot.
At the end of the day,
Just to be-
they both
just to be
pilots. They
specific.
both pilots. They both
Just be
captains.
specific, you assholes. The co-captain is the lieutenant. Okay, that's the captain. Then that's the lieutenant.
Okay, the captain and the lieutenant.
Look, man.
Okay, I'm over.
This the bottom line.
But we
Rob.
talking about
If we
pilot,
talking
really.
about on the plane and you got a captain
Right.
and a
That's what
co-captain,
we said.
the relationship is the flight plan. Where y'all going together, right?
Right.
Either one of those pilots can do the job.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So both
So
in
what's
your
the problem?
relationship, both
So what's
of
the
you all should
problem?
be able to do the job.
So what's the problem?
I have no issue, but y'all got the problem with the hierarchy, with the
It's
rank
just not
structure.
necessary. It's just not necessary in your relationship.
Right.
It only leads to your ego, like you
Because the
mentioned.
co-pilot,
Because
if I'm sick, if I can't make this, the co-pilot's right there to let me know I got you. That's what your wife is. She your backbone.
Yeah, she is.
The backbone. So yeah, you always in front, but she's a strong backbone.
And
Guess
and
what
let's
happened
face
when
it.
Guess what happened if she breaks? You gonna fall out. Hands down.
be your backbone, mister. If she breaks,
She your
you
backbone.
dead.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's
And-
put a
and-
ball like
and
that. We
I'm
gotta
say this,
end it
and
like
I'm-
that.
and I'ma
You
say
gotta
this.
bounce
Backbone.
And I'm
down.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. At the same time, too, fellas. The thing is, Rob, if you control everything in your relationship, you make decisions on everything. If God forbid something happens when you go down, then how do you expect for your wife to come up and step up because she never put her in those positions to shine and to be the person you need to be.
Bomb,
Yep.
boy.
You ruin the structural integrity of
Thank
your
you.
relationship.
So it's not going to help you. It's going to be a detriment to your marriage because she was never put in place to hold you up. She was always under you.
Exactly.
Hey,
Man, drop a
he
ball.
killed it.
Man,
He
that
killed
was
you
all
with that.
right.
honestly, y'all was spitting some real shit tonight. I don't agree with y'all, but y'all was spitting.
Yeah.
Y'all. As a matter of fact, all three of y'all sound like Will Smith right now.
No.
Y'all some Will Smith niggas right now.
Will Smith is a clown. I was just talking to my wife the other day about why they don't just get divorced. Why don't they just get divorced? That's
Yeah. You know what? Jada don't know when to shut the freak up.
Oh no, here we go.
Yeah. I'm just being honest. I'm with you on that. She needs to sit her ass down somewhere.
Like I say, G-Man, I gotta bounce. I hate this, but that is definitely next week's topic. Will and Jada. I'm sorry. Because I got some shit to say about that too. But
Okay.
yeah, I got a bunch of it. So
All
sign us out, mister.
All right, y'all. Cornerstone Podcast, episode 50. It got somewhat like a little heated, but it was all fun and games, though. I mean, y'all was spending some good stuff, but I disagree with y'all. I mean, y'all borderline sound like cucks, but hey, it's all good. It's all
Damn,
good.
wait, you gonna take the show out by
He
throwing
goes,
shots?
he go, hey,
Old ass man.
he gonna throw a grenade while the car's still going, huh? And keep on going.
Damn,
He think he a
man.
buck. He think he a buck. He think he a buck. He's the most house slave in this conversation right now.
You know what? One time Nelly called me. What you call me, Nelly? You would call me a bootlick or something? Nelly called me.
What I call you?
You
I
call
don't
me.
know.
Yeah. It was over some politics stuff. So you would call me a bootlick or so, but
Rod just
Ain't no
subscribed.
bootlicker.
He just subscribed to Kevin Samuel's religion. That's all.
That's all.
you know what? I knew Kevin Samuels before he got famous.
Yeah.
So, but
Somebody knew Jesus before he was Jesus.
Right.
So what? He's still dead.
And don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Stitcher, Google Podcast, Spotify, and iTunes. So, Cornerstone Podcast, episode 50. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace
So-
out.
We out here.
Y'all.
Come on.
See ya.
Hey.